when it comes to Jesús Ferreira, do you agree with me that barring injury, and I have to knock on wood for all of these players, I hope nobody gets injured, but barring injury, come that game against Wales in November, that Jesús Ferreira is going to be the starting striker for the U.S. men's national team?
Probably, but as I mentioned in a recent
You're a
podcast,
big Sargent guy.
I'm a big Sargent guy. That's
Yep.
the one threat I see. If Sargent were to really perform well the next couple of months, I think that would put some doubt in Greg Berhalter's mind about that.
Really? You think? I mean, you think that Greg Berhalter will play the hot hand, if you will? And it's still, I mean, it has to get hotter. I mean, he's done some, the last couple of weeks have been wonderful, but doesn't it have to be a consistency of heat?
Yeah, this form, what we've seen the last two games from Sargent, would have to last for the next several weeks, right up until we get close to Qatar.
And, I mean, we see it and we extrapolate it out, right? Well, he's scoring a lot of goals here and it should happen. But what happens if he gets in with it? I'm talking about Sargent, or anybody for that matter. And it could be Brandon Vasquez or anybody. They get in to the camp, and it's just not the same. Change of scenery, change of circumstance, even just change of angles as to where the goals are coming from that we are basing our assumptions off of. Just change a little bit, and it's just a little bit off. I mean, that certainly can happen.
Yeah, I think what we can all agree on is it's Jesus's job to lose. He's the incumbent right now. Somebody has to really outperform him, whether it be a club level or in that camp, as you mentioned. I think if it's close, it's going to be him.
Do you think we're being fair to Jesús Ferreira? Because at times I've had to kind of stop myself and say, I'm constant. He's always the the girlfriend that we're always looking past, trying to upgrade to somebody better. Are we being unfair to him because of the way that he plays the position? And are we looking past an actual beauty that we have and a bird in the hand that we have?
No, I think he's a very good player, but it's fair when you look around that lineup, McKinney, Pulisic, Aronson, Adams, he does stick out. Maybe it is an MLS versus Europe bias, but that it's a position that it doesn't blow you away as much as some of the other guys.
I mean, if he was doing the same thing that he's doing right now for Lille or some team like that,
I think
our perception would be
different.
Completely different.
Absolutely.
But he's not. He's doing it where he is, and as I said, unless something changes drastically, and it certainly could. I mean, this September window is going to be wonderful and fascinating, and we're going to base it. I say us from the outside. We're going to base it completely on what happens on the field in those games, and yes, that has to take priority. But Greg Berhalter and company, they're going to base it on what they see day in and day out, and the types of training and the things that these players are doing in training, and even the dynamic that they bring to the locker room. And are they good? Are they cliquey? Are they potentially a cancer or toxic or, all these different things? Or do they really fit in? Do they have the same sensibilities and sense of humor and all that kind of stuff? And are they one of the guys? Are they off by themselves? All of these different things are going to play in, and he's going to throw all of these different things into the calculator, and it's going to spit out what he feels are the best 26 players to bring in terms of that team. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.